Speaking of charitable listening.
Oh, gosh.
Because there's a judgment at the end, and there's a real place called hell. And in that real place, nobody wants to be there.
Hey,
you
Jay?
choose to live without God.
Jay?
Jay, if you want to call back in again, you need to realize that you cannot evangelize on our channel. If you do it again, you will not be welcome back. Jay, try it again.
No, wait, hold on.
Try it again and you get dropped. Do you understand me? This is not a place to preach.
Why didn't you want to answer the question, though?
I'll answer the question, but you just waxed poetic, philosophical into trying to preach to our audience. This is our channel, dude. Respect that.
Jay?
No, I will. That's a judgment.
Okay. Before we go further, I lost my cool.
Hey, with certain people, that is not the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
I will die on that hill.
It's just the idea that, you know, at that point, you're not even asking a question. You're just talking at people. You're just evangelizing to them. And if it kind of takes me back to when I was a believer, you know, this idea that if you're going to be spreading the good word, you can get away with a whole lot of crap. You can get away with a whole lot of condescension. You can get away with a whole lot of evangelism. And if you don't get to do that, then you're being persecuted, and it just doesn't have any place on our show. You know, talking about philosophical concepts are great, but evangelizing like that is nuts. And I lost it. Come back, Jay. Try it again.
No, wait, hold on.
Try it again. Yeah, so you hop in just like, okay, hold on, because I don't get pissed very often, you know. So you're diving in, you're pulling it back to get dropped. Do you understand?
Here's the thing, when I am in the host chair, I love it when you get engaged like that. I absolutely love it when you just go off. My role, I consider at that point, is to be the timekeeper and be like, hey, if this is really where you want to go, we can go there, but just so you know, we've got like 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
So I'll jump in, and if you go, nope, we're doing this, I'm like, okay.
Yep.
Did my job, go for it.
But you did. Okay, let's just watch it. This is not a place to preach.
Why didn't you want to answer the question, though?
I'll answer the question, but you just waxed poetic, philosophical into trying to preach to our audience. This is our channel, dude. Respect that.
Jay?
No, I will. That's just my opinion.
That's
what I'm saying.
Guys, focus, please. Quiet Coyote.
What is Quiet Coyote?
I have coworkers who are elementary school teachers, and what they will do.
Is it this?
Yeah, it's like Quiet Coyote, and everybody shuts up.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, Jay, my answer to your question is exactly the same answer that you gave to me. I led a good life. I didn't hurt anybody. I was honest in the way that I looked at the world, and I took a risk. And I decided that I was going to follow my own moral compass because I thought that that was the right thing to do. And if it wasn't the right thing to do, then I will live with the consequences, or, you know, unlive with the consequences.
This is fair.
But I would also say that I would not feel badly about my life, even if I ended up being wrong, because I think that any God that is worth being around, worth worshiping, worth believing in, would understand that I am working on.
Preach.
It's my
preaching.
channel,
Remember what he
Jay.
just said.
Jay.
This is his thing. You
Jay.
can't preach.
This is our channel.
You're preaching.
Jay.
Okay. So did we tell him he was preaching when he was saying that, you know, oh, I think I lived a good life. If I'm wrong, then, you know, what's going to happen? We didn't tell him he was preaching then.
I don't think that it even matters if, like, when we brought preaching into it, like.
Well, I mean, just like, I want to make sure that we're even-handed, that we're holding ourselves to the same standards that we hold other people to. And saying that is very different from hell exists and you better get your shit straight or you're going to go to hell. Yeah. That is not the same, because that's not answering the question.
No, you can't preach. See, everybody can preach, but
Jay.
everybody else can't.
We tried, man.
You could down God.
Jay.
And you could say that there is no God. but therefore you're a communist.
I haven't muted.
You're
I'm a
just
communist?
We're communists, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just a communist.
It's a slur.
Because if you go
Got
to
it.
a Christian
Jay.
nation, we don't do
Jay.
that.
Communist.
Yeah.
I was stunned. I was stunned. We have our reaction here, but you know, in the heat of the moment, you don't get to say all the things that you want to say. But
Let
me mute him. Can I mute him?
No, I want to hear what he's saying.
Oh, I muted him. Hold on, let me unmute him.
You guys are dishonest.
He's just like, keep on going.
Okay, so Jay, yeah, he hung up. Oh.
That was unexpected.
Okay,
we definitely
so-
didn't want him to do that.
No, okay. Eric got pissed, and Eric's going to talk for just a minute. Number one, if you're going to use slurs, make sure at least the other person understands what you're saying. Calling somebody a communist means that you have a political difference. The fact that you grew up in a society, or you grew up in a culture that uses communism as a slur means you are never going to have productive conversations with other people. So try again, take that tool out of your toolbox. It's dumb. And all it does is tell the rest of the world that you haven't taken the slightest amount of time to research it to realize that it's a dumb argument. And so, you know what? That's on you. It is on you to recognize that you didn't do a modicum of research. Next, it is our channel. If V is going to respond and say that, you know, if a God that's worth worshiping, if there's a God worth worshiping, they would understand that V did their best with what they knew and understood. That's not preaching. Let me tell you what preaching is, right? Evangelizing is called for in the Bible. It is the Great Commission.
Yep.
That is something that we don't have. We don't have a Great Commission. We're not here to tell people about Jesus Christ. We're not here to convince them that they're sinners. We're not telling people that there's a blood curse that they need to try and fight so that they can go to heaven or go to eternal torment. All of those things are things that you're doing, and saying that they may not be true isn't preaching. It's just challenging you on your assertion. The fact that you would call us dishonest after all of that when we listened and are trying to understand just means you're not ready to have the conversation. Call in when you understand what communist means. If you use it as a slur, I'm just going to laugh at you and hang up. What the hell was that? Oh my goodness.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, where do you even go? You feel like you need to bring out a Communism 101 class?
I mean, I would love to see what a Communism 101 class is.
Well,
personally.
I start with, you know, never mind. You're going to get me to teach Communism 1. I'm not going to do it.
If one of us is going to teach a Communism 101 class, I feel like it would be me. We can just get like, or
we could duke it out.
We can just get Brie up in here.
Fair.
Have her do it. Hey guys, listen.
Yeah, if you're going to talk over us the entire time, or you're going to throw out accusations like that, you're not going to get anywhere with the people you're talking to. At that point, you're performing for other people. But communist, you're a communist. Like, you know what's implied there, what he's trying to say.
Oh yeah, no, it's a direct result of a very successful propaganda campaign run by the United States in the 50s and 60s. Like it's a thing, and it extended through the Cold War. So there is no surprise there. That is not something that is shocking. And what they ended up saying, a lot of the commenters on that clip ended up saying was, oh, this has to be a troll. This has to be just somebody messing around. They can't really believe this. Guarantee you they do. I guarantee you, because a lot of people do. And I think I call it out later in that clip that we cannot just assume that everyone who calls in and is just as, pants on head ridiculous as Jay is a troll, because what that does is it minimizes the harm that actual people who actually believe this and are in actual positions of power are able to get away with, because we are not holding them accountable to those bad beliefs. We're saying, oh, no one could really believe that. That must be a troll. So, take Jay seriously. And I know that he is ridiculous, and I don't imagine that he's coming on the show again, but the idea that we can dismiss the Jays of the world because they make us laugh is dangerous.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
They're not mentally ill. And Yeah.
Well, I mean, we don't know, but
Well,
there are people who are not who also believe what Jay does believe.
actually, I want to clarify that.
Yeah.
As being the best interlocutors that we can be, we will never write somebody off and assume that they are mentally ill. If it turns out that is the case, that is something that can be, evidenced later, but we will never write someone off for with that kind of assumption.
Yeah.
And if you're in the comments and saying, oh, well, religion is mental illness, or I shouldn't have to listen to this person because there's mental illness, you're part of the problem. And if we're on the same team, then I got to call you out. You're not doing us any favors. Do better. But anyway, sorry, now I'm just